afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I will be the next reporter and my topic will be about the major breeds of dairy and beef cattle. So, domesticated cattle are normally classified according to two major groups, which is the Zebu or the Bos Indicus and the European or temperate, which is the Bos Taurus. Bos Taurus breeds. So, these two types of cattle have substantial physical and physiological differences. So, crossbreeding between the two groups is highly possible and resulting offspring are fertile. So, I will discuss Mr. Anas later why. So, let me proceed to the Bos Indicus group. So, the Bos Indicus is also called hump cattle. So, when we say hump cattle, ito yung mga animals like camel. They are cattle, pero yung may hump sila sa likod.
Yeah.
So, the size and shape of the hump vary depending on the breed, sex, and age of the animals. So, proceed to the Zebu. So, the Zebu, sometimes known as the plural, as indecent cattle, camel cow or hump cattle. So, it is a subspecies of domestic cattle originating in South Asia. Zebu, like many Sanga cattle breeds, differs from touring cattle by a fatty hump on their shoulders, a large dewlap, and sometimes drooping ears. When we say drooping ears, ito yung nakahalikan yung kanilang ears. So, a large, well adapted to withstanding high temperature and are farmed throughout the tropics. So, the Zebus, they are adaptations result in their higher tolerance for drought. When we say drought, ito yung takaraw. So, heat and sunlight exposure. Next is the Brahman. The Brahman is an American breed of Sibunturin hybrid beef cattle. So, if you were asked what is Sibunturin, it is the Bos Taurus and Bos Indicus. It's just the other term.
Yes,
so, it was bred in the United States from 1885 using cattle originating in India imported at various times from the United Kingdom, India, and Brazil. So these were mainly geared with some Hindu-Krishna
Valley.
The Brahman has a high tolerance also for heat, sunlight, and humidity, and good resistance to parasite. So the Brahman is best for mothering ability, docility, disease resistance, heat tolerance like the previous, the fertility, and also they are good in fertility and meat and milk production. So Brahman meat is super lean and healthy. So when we say lean meat, it is their meat is less fat. So let's proceed to the Afrikaner or Afrikaner. So the Afrikaner is an African breed of Turin incident cattle in the Sangha group of African cattle. It is derived from the cattle of the Khoi or the Hottentot people which were already present in the area of modern Africa. When the Dutch East India Company established the Cape Colony in 1652. So, the Afrikaner is a high level of resistance, quiet temperament, and a statistically high level of fertility under harsh conditions. So, it is a heavy beef type animal and has a good meat quality. So, next is the Boran. So, Boran having been in Africa for over 1,000 years. They are very well adapted to local conditions and parasites. Boran cattle are known for their fertility and early maturation. So, more so than the other Zebu breeds. So, they have hardiness and docility. The Boran and the Afrikaner is a docile breed.
Yes.
So, Boran also, yun lang yung character niya. They are good in fertility and maturation. So next is the Haryana. So the Haryana cattle breed originated in the Haryana region of northern India, particularly in districts like Hisar, Rohtak, Jind, and Gurgaon. So the breed is also found in surrounding areas and even in the western Uttar Pradesh. So it's in India. So the Haryana are typically breed. They are white or light gray colored with coffin shape. The coffin shape is yung skull nila. As you can see here. Parang kabaw, di ba? Yung skull nila. And they have long and narrow face, well-marked bony here sa hump, and prominence at the center of the poll and small horns. They have very small horns, but it's very cool. So kung habulin kayo ng Haryana, black. So next is the Sahiwal. This is the last breed for Bos indicus. So the Sahiwal cattle breed originated in the dry Punjab region, specifically around the Sahiwal district in Pakistan and the Punjab region in India. So they were historically kept in a large herds by professional herdsmen. So herdsman is the one who keep or the owner of the animal farm or animal farm. The Sahiwal are commonly with pale red color or dark brownish color around the hump and neck. So the Sahiwal is good marked milker, and compared to other Bos indicus cattle, they are produce small calf without difficulty. Small calf is the baby cow. Next, we will go to the Bos taurus group. So the Bos taurus refers to domesticated cattle, specifically the European breeds, as distinct from Cebu cattle or the Bos indicus. It's a scientific classification for cattle encompassing various breeds like Shorthorn and Jersey, so which are primarily raised for both meat and milk production. So first we have the Hereford. So the Hereford is recognized across the world as an ancient, efficient, hardy, and productive animal, which produces superior beef. So Herefords are the sire of choice for many dairy farmers. So having been tried and tested for generations, good fertility, ease of calving, and longevity means you get value out of your bull. So longevity is their lifespan. With their herdsmen. So may pass.
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed to the Angus. I know you heard this word.
Angus.
Angus. May brand sa corned beef.
Angus.
Meron yung sa Angus Highlands. Branded siya ng corned beef.
Wala kang corned beef lang sa
Okay. So the Angus breed has a storied history of providing the best possible cattle genetics to farmers and ranchers
Argentina.
worldwide. So, since 1873, people have
Corned beef.
grown Angus to fulfill genetic requirements on calving ease. So, high growth, carcass value that sets the stage for a profitable
Cow.
cow herd. So, carcass value is ito yung dead body ng isang cow.
Yes, nice.
So, the Hereford has a muscular moderate to long in length of side, adequate in length of leg, large in size, and trim and smooth. Smooth their body. Sorry. Wait lang. So the Angus is relatively short in stature compared to other cattle breeds. So average market weight is 1,000 to 1,300 pounds. However, the exact weight can vary based on factors like age, genetics, and their feeding practices. So next is the Galloway. So in North America, the Galloway stands out for its forage efficiency. When we say forage efficiency, they are good in foraging, or they look for their food. So hardiness and maternal qualities, it is a docile breed that is good for beginning to intermediate farmers. So Galloway beef is tender and well marbled and reported to be lower in cholesterol than other types of beef. So when we say well marbled, ito yung meat nila na red color. Di ba pag mag-slice, pag nakita natin yung meat ng beef, it's very red. So that's a good quality of meat. And that's called marble. So when if you are familiar with Wolfgang, so it's a famous steakhouse. So Galloway is their
Meat.
Meat. So next is the dairy cattle breed. So first we have the wholesale Friesian. So the wholesale Friesian are famed for their high dairy production, averaging from 22,530 pounds to 10,220 kilograms of milk per year. Of this milk, 558 pounds or 3.7% are butter fat, and 719 pounds or 3.1% are protein. So a healthy cow weighs 40 to 50 kilograms, or 88 to 110 pounds or more at birth. So wholesale Friesian is madalas makikita natin pag sa mga cowbell, yung nilalagay nila na picture girl.
Yeah.
Yes, wholesale Friesian.
Yes, ma'am.
No, you know that the name of the cow. Wholesale Friesian.
Cow?
Next is the Jersey. So the Jersey cows are primarily known for their high milk production and rich milk quality. But they can also be used for beef. However, they are not typically raised for beef production like breeds such as Angus and Hereford, which are specifically bred for milk quality and yield. So key point of So the Jersey is, their bodies are typically slightly reddish, dark brown, or mixed in color, and they have a comparatively large head, and generally do not have a hunchback. Yung kanina. Yes, parang straight lang yung back nila. And they have large udder, which is typically for a dairy breed. So lastly, we have the Brown Swiss. So Brown Swiss, this breed has a double utility as they are used for dairy and beef purposes. So providing good milk and meat output. So these milk producers throughout the world are adding Brown Swiss to their herds daily. So because of the good milk, protein, and butter fat production that they can benefit from that cow. So the Brown Swiss is light brown or in colors with a creamy white muzzle and dark nose, dark blue eye, pigmentation which helps the breed through its extreme solar radiation. So,
Thank you,
do you have question? Yes.
Yes.
Do you have question? Yes.
Why should you be Thank you, ma'am.